It's really astounding to me how naive you are. I mean, he's lying to both of you.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grimm. Today we're meeting with a teenager that's on Dr. Phil that has quite an unhealthy relationship going, and we're gonna see if Dr. Phil can wake her up and get her out of that situation, because it's really just not a good look for her. And she kind of makes herself look like a total idiot, so keep watching until the end, because there is going to be quite an awkward moment later on. I don't want to spoil anything, so without further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
So what is it about Eric that you like?
I love his hair.
Yeah.
And I love like his personality, and I love the way he treats me. And
so this girl is explaining what she loves about her boyfriend. Oh, should I mention boyfriend that is already married with 2 kids? Like, this dude legit just has a family already, and she is just the side piece but fully acknowledges it, and I guess is fine with that for some reason. And her only 2 points that she can bring up about why she loves him is his hair and his personality. You can tell that this is already a very emotionally mature girl. Like, obviously she is very in tune with her thoughts and emotions, since she was able to rattle off exactly what makes their connection so powerful: his hair. So yeah, let's keep moving and see if this girl embarrasses herself anymore. I mean, she's only been on stage for what, like a good 30 seconds at this point, and the crowd is legitimately already laughing at her expense already, so this is not off to a good start.
just everything about him is just like attractive to me, except, you know, the fact that he's still technically married. That's the only thing that...
He's technically married.
You know, technically he is legally married to another woman and is probably way more in love with that person, you know, the mother of his 2 children, than with me, but besides that, he's just the best ever. Like, yeah, sorry sis, that's a big technicality there, and not one that normal people with good self-respect or self-esteem would really be able to overlook. Seriously, I don't get cheating culture nowadays. It's like a flex on Twitter or on social media to have a side piece or be a side piece, and it's just taken so lightheartedly. But this whole time I'm just wondering how this poor wife feels. Like, you have to worry about the victim of this situation. This dude is out here cheating on her and is about to be outed on Dr. Phil's show for it in front of millions. This is just so trashy too. Like, I mean, it's cringy for me because the girl we are meeting with today probably thinks so highly of herself, like she's a total baddie or something, but really she's literally just making herself look like a total joke on TV without realizing it. Like, nobody's laughing with her. We're all laughing at her. It's at her expense, and I don't think she realizes it. Every time she talks so far, she's had this smug look, you know, just thinking that she's on top of her game and answering all these questions so well, but really she just sounds like a moron.
They stay on opposite sides of the house, and I know that because he FaceTimes me at night, like, and they don't really even talk. Like, I've seen their text messages.
Seriously though, this all comes down to a massive self-image issue with this girl. She's explaining how she knows that he's living with and sharing an entire life with this other woman, but she's like totally fine with it because he like FaceTimes her at night and stuff. And what's up with him showing her the text between him and his wife too? That's another massive breach of privacy. Like, this dude is just a trash human being, I can already tell, and he somehow found another trash kid with no self-respect to join in on this whole side piece situation. All in all, it's just sad, really.
Why aren't you living with him?
Because he's trying to pay off his charges that he got back in February.
So the story gets worse and worse as we go on. I swear every new piece of information makes me like this guy, and this girl even less. Dr. Phil's trying to piece together whether or not this girl is telling the truth. You know, she could be just gassing him up, or, you know, making all these claims that he does say that he loves her, but really she's just a side piece. But she claims that him and his wife are basically split up at this point, even though they still live together. But he can't move her into his new place now because he's trying to get past some crime charges that he's facing. Dude sounds like an absolute winner, you know? I'm so glad this girl is wasting all her life and emotions on him at this point, while also making a joke out of herself. He's definitely worth it.
He's got a DWI, right?
No, he wasn't driving his car. He had just gotten on his motorcycle, and that's when the police showed up.
No, he wasn't driving a car, Dr. Phil. Don't be foolish. My man isn't out here driving intoxicated. That's terrible. See, what really happened is he hopped on his super cool motorcycle while being turned, okay? That's when the cops stopped him and pulled him over. You gotta get your facts straight before you try to deface my man on TV. Well, he's not my man. I'm more of just a side hobby for him, but still, get your facts straight, Dr. Phil. The worst part of this is that, seriously, in this girl's head, she hears the audience laughing and giggling and thinks, oh, I'm being cute and adorable. I'm doing so well. The audience loves me. But instead, we are all laughing at her because she's so immature and foolish and just not self-aware that we can't help but laugh. Seriously, her answers are like listening to a 5th grader try to reason with you on why they need an iPad or something. Like, her logic is so faulty and just runs in circles. She's playing the semantics game with Dr. Phil at this point too, and I know he really dislikes that when people do that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's one of his biggest pet peeves I've noticed, so I'm kind of low-key hoping he just pops off right now.
So he was driving?
Yeah, it's just not far, yeah.
Okay. Driving while intoxicated, sort of. Just a short distance.
Okay, you know, instead of getting mad, Dr. Phil is taking another route and just deciding to actually fully clown on her instead. I love that. Seriously, how does this girl think she's getting anywhere with her arguments right now? Every time Dr. Phil asks her about a cold hard fact that is indisputable, she says, well, technically not, blah blah blah. Like, dude, just admit your boyfriend is a loser that is too afraid to leave his wife, so he keeps you as a side piece. Or maybe deep down she realizes he probably just wants her because he's bored with his wife and doesn't actually love her nearly as much as he thought he loved his wife. So that's why she's so insecure and covers up for him pretty much every step of the way so far.
No, like they don't.
And he's like with his wife, but he isn't.
It's a big house. Like, he stays on one side, she stays on the other. They don't really even talk unless it's about the kids.
Dude, they got that house set up like a freaking dodgeball game or something, bro. Like, all I'm saying is if we have to split it in half and I have to live in only half of my house, I call the side with the better bathroom, oh, and the bigger TV too. I mean, I gotta be living in luxury at least, right? God, this girl is so delusional, it's not even funny.
For some reason you're looking down?
No.
Okay.
I think you know everybody.
Yep. I do.
So, yeah, remember when I said things were gonna get awkward? Well, they're getting very tense as well. And here's where you actually start to realize the gravity of this situation. Sitting across from this foolish young girl is the actual wife of this loser who has been getting cheated on, and she is now face to face with the mistress that has stolen her husband away. What a terrible feeling that must be. Like, on a very real note, cheating is up there on my list of cardinal sins that I can understand and empathize with a lot of things, but as soon as you start to cheat, you're just a total scumbag in my books. So I just feel bad for this poor woman that probably didn't deserve any of this and stays with the guy because they have a freaking family together. Like, you can't just rip that apart, you know? It's many layers to that. She probably has a lot of reasons to not leave him, but still, she should.
So guys, real quick, I have a super fast challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
You are a fling, but...
Says the one who got married.
This girl is actually like unable to process real thoughts, I think. This woman who's married calls her out and basically explains to her that even though she may think she knows everything and is like all that, you know, because she's an immature 18-year-old, she really deep down is just a fling for this guy. Like, he doesn't actually care about her. And this moron's rebuttal is, says the one who got married. Like, yeah, exactly. You just proved her point. She straight up married this man. At one point, he loved her so much that he proposed to her, had 2 kids with her, and bought a house with her. You airhead. This girl is too much for me to handle right now. Like, her foolishness is straight up giving me a headache.
I don't think you understand how much you actually do hurt me doing this stuff to yourself.
So this girl is legitimately making her own mom cry on stage right now. Like, she's so heartbroken over the fact that her daughter has this little of self-respect to where she will willingly be a side piece and then get aired out for it on live TV and continue to make a bigger joke of herself. This is heartbreaking all around, and this girl is so emotionally bankrupt that she just answers her mom coldly, telling her to stop crying and that she doesn't care. Like, what an absolute punk, dude. I really do hope that this all comes down on her at some point and she's able to fully take in how truly messed up she has handled this whole situation, because she's really boofing it right now. So Dr. Phil even brings up a chart that he got made of all of the lies that he has told both of these women, and it's just astounding that they are up here fighting over who he actually loves when it's clear to me at least that he doesn't love either of them actually, and is just some loser that just strings along women like this who don't have enough self-worth to realize that they deserve better.
He's lying to both of you. And guess what? He's not here.
Well, I mean, that's the biggest piece of evidence that you need right there. And either of them should really take this in and understand that he does not care. Truly, this man does not care about them at all. Like, this coward didn't even have the decency to show up to the taping and face the music. Instead, he's hiding at home, probably being one of the many terrible people that I'd absolutely demolish in Call of Duty. Joking, of course, I'm pretty bad at this game. Because he doesn't even have any life skills, and they're both now on stage, you know, just making a mockery of themselves, trying to battle out who loves who. This guy is making it out scot-free while these two are tormented, and I wish they could both just, I don't know, kind of wake up and be done with this moron. Overall, like I've said 1,000 times in this video already, this dude is just a scumbag. I mean, the girl that he's cheating on his wife with is an absolute buffoon too, and she thinks that she's all that when in reality, she's just helping make the actual wife's life terrible and miserable, which is pretty awful. I mean, I don't know how this girl has a good conscience being a side piece like this. Let me know what you guys thought of this whole situation down in the comments. I'd love to know what you thought. Hopefully you agree it's just as messy and terrible as I thought it was all around. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.